Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
17th, we were talking about how we've been really spoiled weather-wise recently, and it's only going to get better, right?
Yes, I feel like a princess.
I know. You have good news over in the weather department.
It's fantastic.
Making a lot of friends, aren't you?
Yeah, let's get into it. I want to let everybody know about this. All right, we have a little patchy to dense fog out there right now, and believe me, it's getting a little hectic down to the south. Please be careful. We're also going to see, you can see right there by Boscobel, they're having a little trouble right now, and that's going to continue all the way into Sparta as well as portions of Viroqua. They're going to be picking up that fog and low cloud activity, and then eventually you're going to be seeing maybe even the north trying to get into that. But here's the good news. Today we get into this. Mostly sunny skies expected today. We're going to see seeing conditions to be at least 10 degrees below the mid-July average, and that means very comfortable conditions through the day as well as into the evening hours. So that's going to last all the way into Friday. How about this though? We'll also see conditions to play out like this. Rainfall, this is over the last 24 hours or so. Not much has been happening, or actually you can see there's that's been happening. Actually, this is more along the lines of the last 3 hours, and that's out of the area. We get into current conditions, and it's very comfortable out there, 50s and 60s widespread. And when I come back, I'll show you how it all plays out for you over the next few days. Stick around.
We'll see you later, Art. Thank you. New this morning, a Chippewa County jail inmate has died following an incident earlier this month. The sheriff's office reports an outside agency is now investigating after 41-year-old Shauna Lone Domer was found unresponsive in her cell just 2 days after being detained. Jail staff performed life-saving measures, and Domer was rushed to a local hospital. According to a GoFundMe page set up by her family, she died unexpectedly on July 10th. The sheriff's office has not confirmed if her death is directly related to the July 4th incident. Also new this morning, Democratic candidates for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District met in Eau Claire last night for a primary forum. Hopefuls Rebecca Cook, Eric Wilson, and Katrina Shanklin voiced their opinions on a range of topics, including education, climate change, and gun control. But of all the topics discussed, healthcare seemed to take center stage. It's an important subject to many in the Chippewa Valley. The forum comes just months after 2 area hospitals permanently closed.
It's making sure that people don't have to just struggle through life. They shouldn't have to worry about, can they afford to go to the doctor? And as we saw here in Eau Claire, 2 hospitals and 19 clinics closed, and the impact is people die.
3rd District voters head to the polls August 13th for the Democratic primary. The winner of that contest will face Republican incumbent Derek Van Orden in the November election. Day 2 of the Republican National Convention wrapped up in Milwaukee, with many prominent Trump supporters and former critics of the former president taking the stage. The theme for Day 2 was focused on safety, with some speakers pushing for tougher anti-crime and immigration laws. Among some of the prominent speakers were former primary rivals, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
Donald Trump has been demonized. He's been sued. He's been prosecuted, and he nearly lost his life. We cannot let him down, and we cannot let America down.
Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance is expected to speak today. The RNC has its nominees for the Oval Office, and while Donald Trump is calling for a time of unity this week, speeches in the Pfizer Forum highlight the question, what does unity mean in our divided system? News 8 Now's Ken Kozarowski is in Milwaukee to answer that question.
How do you avoid getting back into that crouch and carrying out politics as usual?
The big question Tony Dokoupil and hundreds more are asking politicians after calls for unity right before the RNC. Because normally, political rhetoric divides.
The Democrat Party does not want to have a win during a Republican Congress, and that's reprehensible.
Dokoupil says it's a reliable formula of negative partisanship that drives voters to the polls.
It's telling your folks that the other folks are the enemy, are the worst, are a threat.
And while some non-politicians have brought some new voices to Trump's convention,
President Trump is a candidate who is not afraid of hearing from new, loud, and often critical voices.
The partisan political rhetoric isn't hard to find.
Today's Democrat agenda, their policies, are a clear and present danger to America.
My Democrat colleagues, they want to focus on personalities rather than policy. Focus on policy. Look at 5 years ago. We had a strong America.
For the party at the podium, it's essential messaging.
Open borders, 40-year high inflation at dollars now worth 83 cents, a war on fossil fuels, the weakness, encouraging our adversaries, it's destroying this country. I'll stand by that. We have to run on those truths, those realities.
And for DeCopel, it means bridging partisan divide and cooling the temperature could take a while.
Will that go away? I don't see decades of built-in experience in American politics in one day being flipped on its head. Will there perhaps be a more careful and measured delivery of some of those strong negative partisanship moments? Possibly. We can hope. Don't count on it.
So the RNC halfway home. Today's theme going to be Make America Strong once again. We've seen Donald Trump make an appearance in primetime each of the first few nights, and it's expected he'd likely do it again tonight when VP nominee J.D. Vance addresses the RNC. For News 8 Now this morning in downtown Milwaukee, Ken Kozarowski.
And this comes as the Democrats are pinning their focus on the 900-page GOP policy known as Project 2025. That agenda focuses on concentrating power in the presidency and proposes policies like ending the Department of Education and prosecuting people who send abortion pills through the mail. Democrats are hitting on the agenda hard, aiming to tie the project to former President Trump, but he says he's unfamiliar with it.
The Democrats they're trying to lay this at Donald Trump's feet because they don't have anything to go after him about.
The Heritage Foundation, the group behind Project 2025, has said Trump is not affiliated with the agenda, but reportedly at least 140 former Trump administration officials were in some way involved with creating it. We're learning more about the increased security around former President Trump in the weeks before Saturday's assassination attempt. It came after U.S. intelligence detected an Iranian plot to kill him. According to investigators, there's no evidence the 20-year-old shooter had any connection to that plan. Meanwhile, new details about the timeline of Saturday's shooting and what authorities say that had them concerned just minutes before. CBS's Jared Hill has it all for us.
Federal investigators back at the site of the attempted assassination of former President Trump, inspecting the roof where 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks fired, with a clear view of the stage. Local law enforcement tells CBS News 3 snipers from a local tactical team reported seeing Crooks 3 times in the minutes before the shooting. Once scoping out the building's roof, another returning with a rangefinder often used to determine the distance of a target. Then 26 minutes before shots were fired, one sniper snapped a picture of Crooks and radioed the command center. Former Deputy Director of the U.S. Secret Service, A.T. Smith.
State and local, they are largely maybe operating on a different radio channel than the Secret Service.
As a review of the Secret Service is now underway, CBS News has learned in the weeks and months before Saturday, there was a significant increase in chatter about a plot by Iran to assassinate former President Trump. Iran denies the allegations, but in June, the Secret Service granted Trump additional security. Authorities say there's no intelligence linking the Iranian threat to the Pennsylvania shooting that killed one man and sent 2 others to the hospital. One of them, 57-year-old Marine vet David Dutch, known to his friends as Jake.
He was a great guy, very loving, very supportive.
A community rattled as the nation searches for answers.
A law enforcement bulletin obtained by CBS News identified Saturday's shooter as an apparent one attacker, but they're warning violent extremists could try to conduct follow-on or retaliatory attacks over the next few months. We're learning more about a fatal officer-involved shooting near the RNC security perimeter, and a warning some viewers could find this footage disturbing. It's new body cam and surveillance video. It shows officers opening fire on a suspect after repeated commands to drop the weapon. Milwaukee police say officers assisting with RNC security observed a man armed with 2 knives in an altercation just after 1 o'clock. After he refused to drop the knives, 5 Columbus police officers deployed to assist with RNC security fatally shot that suspect. Officials say there's no evidence linking this incident to the RNC or Saturday's attempted assassination of Trump. The man wanted in a Madison attempted homicide has been arrested by U.S. Marshals in Gary, Indiana. 37-year-old Jerome Jacobs was wanted in connection with a June 9th drive-by shooting. 2 days later, he was found in Eau Claire, but he fled from police, causing a shelter-in-place warning. He was able to escape the area with some help from 54-year-old Candace Rogers. She faces a charge of harboring or aiding a felon. Preventing school violence before it happens. That's the goal of a crucial training event held yesterday at West Salem's Hyder Center. The West Salem School District teamed up with the State Office of School Safety to hold that training for things like how to respond to concerning behavior and threat management. Attorney General Josh Kaul says training events like this help schools recognize and respond to threats before it's too late.
Individuals who are planning to engage in targeted violence often display threatening or concerning behaviors that are observable by others. And if identified and addressed early, we can reduce the likelihood that a violent incident occurs. That's why this training is so important.
The course was designed for school administrators, security personnel, and law enforcement. In January, the city and county of La Crosse announced Pathways Home, a coordinated action plan that aims to bring homelessness down to functional zero by 2029. The comprehensive action plan has the ultimate goal of ending homelessness in La Crosse. Since Pathways Home was announced, their achievements so far include establishing a housing connection process, launching a specialized county behavioral health unit, and gathering data on area homelessness.
So we're really looking at how can we take existing resources in our community and make them more efficient. So how can we help streamline the process for somebody who is experiencing mental health issues? How can we help streamline the process for people who are abusing alcohol or using drugs? How can we help make quicker connections to housing, including like housing authorities, different places like that?
Over the next 6 months, Pathways Home also plans to establish a peer support team that'll include people who are previously homeless, with the hope that they can use their personal experience to help those who are currently homeless. The time now is 6:11. Still to come, the nation's home equity rate is at a record high. The Mirage Hotel in Vegas is closing its doors today, and the price of gold also hitting an all-time high. Driverless cars are making their way to Minnesota, but as a transportation service to those who need it. We'll have more on the autonomous transportation vans when we come back. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Today is National Hot Dog Day. National Hot Dog Day was cooked up by the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council in 1991. There's still debate on whether you can call it a sandwich or whether or not ketchup belongs as a topping, but you can enjoy a hot dog today however you like it. Today is the day to celebrate. And now we're leaving you with a quick look at Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, where day 3 of the Republican National Convention is expected to start in just a few hours. Our team is still there. We'll have complete coverage for you throughout the day and on our digital platforms. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Bring your home to life with colorful pieces from Ashley. Discover trending hues and styles starting at $499.99. From bold and bright to soothing and serene. Cue the color, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid.
Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual. Bring your home to life with colorful pieces from Ashley. Discover trending hues and styles starting at $499.99. From bold and bright to soothing and serene. Cue the color, only at Ashley. Shop more deals in store and online.
It's so nice out there despite some of the patchy to dense fog out there down to the south this early morning. We are looking at cooler and drier conditions through Friday, and we'll see rainfall start to pick up as we go into the weekend, starting at a 20 to 40% chance. That goes from Saturday into Sunday, and then that may continue into Monday and into midweek for next week. Take a look. There's your fog and low cloud activity down at Boscoville. They're holding on to dense fog. Everybody else is doing pretty well with patchy fog. You can see 8-mile visibility for Sparta, and everybody else is doing pretty well up to the north as well with some patchy fog. Other than that, though, we have the rainfall totals here for you. This is over the last 24 hours, and it's been mostly at the north, and it has been pretty meager. In fact, you can only see just a few hundredths of an inch here or there. Take a look at the cooler conditions working across the Midwest. We talked about this yesterday, and this will continue to do so all the way into Friday, and then high pressure will begin to build behind it, and eventually we'll see warmer conditions start to pick up where we get into at least those 80s, mostly like low to near mid 80s. In fact, you can see the rainfall as I roll right through this for the day. It's going to be mostly to our east, and that being said, a good-looking day will ensue. In fact, you'll even see an even better evening. Take a look here. Wabasha, Winona, La Crosse River, all the way into McGregor, looking pretty nice. In fact, La Crosse is going to drop below the action stage as we go into July 20th. McGregor will do that in July 18th, so that's coming up for tomorrow. Current temperatures right now in the 50s widespread with some 60s intermixed into that. Take a look at Eau Claire, sunshine for you all the way into the 2 o'clock hour. Get out and enjoy it. You can do the same in La Crosse. More sunshine to shake a stick at. It's looking pretty nice. Back to you.
In your consumer news this morning, homes in the U.S. are worth a collective $33 trillion. That's more than double their value from 2017. The nation's home equity, which is how much all the homes are worth minus the mortgage debt, is at a record high. However, most homeowners aren't necessarily able to liquefy the equity in their home. According to experts, to access that equity, homeowners should avoid a cash-out refinance where rates might not be in their favor. Instead, they may want to consider a home equity loan. It serves more like a credit card to draw money as needed, but experts warn against borrowing too much. It is the end of the road for Las Vegas' famed Mirage Hotel and Casino. The resort is closing today after 35 years to make way for a new Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. The iconic hotel was one of the first mega resorts on the Las Vegas Strip. It hosted the popular Siegfried and Roy show for more than a decade, and its erupting volcano was a popular stop for tourists. The price of gold has hit an all-time high. Gold jumped to a record above $2,400 an ounce yesterday. The news comes with the hopes the Federal Reserve will soon cut rates and boost demand. A weakened dollar has also supported the demand for bulk gold and silver. According to UBS, central bank buying of bulk gold and silver is the highest it's been since the 1960s. Drivers in Eden Prairie, Minnesota will soon be seeing something new on the road: autonomous vehicles. Along with giving the public an additional way to get around, the vehicles will also be designed to help those who need extra assistance.
Autonomous vehicles, the future of transportation. At least that's how Southwest Transit CEO Eric Hansen sees it.
Our mission at Southwest Transit is to be innovative in that way, and we're really excited to be a part of it.
The Public Transportation Agency is partnering with May Mobility for a 3-year, $4.7 million deal. The Michigan-based company is already in cities across the U.S., including Grand Rapids, Minnesota, where Hansen took a ride himself.
didn't want to put something in place unless I had personal experience with it. And yeah, they're very pleased with the service up there. It's been running for a number of years. And that was one of the things that really pushed us over the edge, that we thought this would be doable here in Eden Prairie.
This fall, 5 autonomous wheelchair-accessible vans will join the fleet, with rides available on demand through the existing Southwest Transit Prime app or by phone.
Because one of the things that we really want to make sure is to be as inclusive as possible for people with disabilities or seniors who need a little bit of extra assistance.
May Mobility says while no one is technically driving, there will be an operator in the van, at least to start.
We can kind of help close any transportation gaps that exist in communities today and also provide accessible service for those who need it most.
Hansen says it'll fill a labor shortage while also meeting the needs of the community.
This is an opportunity to provide a good level of service with a future technology and get to try it out here first in Eden Prairie, and it puts us on the cutting edge, and that's exciting.
Events to get feedback from the community are in the works ahead of the launch. That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:19. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our forecast. Art, it's so cold in here, my nose is running.
I know, right? Yeah, it gets pretty chilly in here. In fact, you're going to be seeing conditions to be very pleasant over the next few days. You're starting your morning out if you're just joining us. So you have a little patchy to dense fog down to the south. That's going to pick up a little bit as we go through the hour. And as we go into the weekend, well, as I should say, all the way to Friday, cooler conditions will ensue. We'll have temperatures to be quite comfortable. The next couple of days, some 70s, and then eventually the 80s start to roll in as we get into Saturday. Take a look. This is what we had over the last several hours here. That was one of the cold fronts that slipped through, and what I just showed you there, and it's actually kind of continuing to leave some of that cooler air out of Canada with us. You see the fog and low cloud activity right now, and because of this transition into cooler air, we're going to be seeing more of the fog going into the next few days, possibly lingering all the way into Saturday. Current temperatures right now, 50, some 60s in there, intermixed. In fact, the dew points are looking pretty nice as well. They're mostly in the 50s, but take a look at the rainfall that may come over the next 7 days. We take a look into Thursday. Thursday is dry. We'll go right into Friday night, going into Saturday morning. You're seeing rainfall popping into the picture. Most of it is over in areas by Minnesota. Then it starts to get a little bit closer as we go into Saturday evening and nighttime. Then we'll pick up a brief break getting into Sunday around 5 p.m. Showers and storm activity may come back for us, and then we'll see a brief break before we get more storms working down toward the south as we get deeper into La Crosse and Wisconsin. We'll see more of that kind of moving out of the north and working down into the central zone there. Then we back it off a little bit by Monday, and then carrying over into Tuesday and Wednesday, another bout of storm activity with a 40% chance not only for Tuesday but also for Wednesday, and that'll put more rainfall back on the ground. And as we finish out on Wednesday, that's where it all continues to end for us there. All right, as far as rainfall is concerned over the next few days, we're not looking too bad. This is pretty interesting here where this is going on, but I don't understand that at all. Having a day with the computer, and so as we get into it, we'll take a quick peek as we can see what's going to happen. Over the next several days, going into Wednesday of next week, we could see the possibility of at least about an inch or so of rainfall, at least that happening for us. We'll carry over into the next few days to follow as we go into the zones. You're looking at conditions to play out like this, where we will see mostly those 80s kind of rolling by, 70s first, and then the 80s come back for the weekend. There they are. You can see them coming in again and continuing through the area all the way down to the south. We'll pick up the north. You pick up some of that as well, and dry conditions will ensue with that. Carrying over all the way as we finish out in the north zone, getting further at Ladysmith, you're looking at temperatures still in the 70s. Over the next few days after that, 76 to 79 degrees. Then we warm it up gradually as high pressure begins to build. Slowly but surely, mostly those low to near middle 80s for you, with thunderstorms coming in for Sunday all the way into the middle portion of next week.
Thank you, Art. The time now is 6:23. Still ahead on your morning news. Avocado alert. Delicious but potentially dangerous. Coming up, learn the right way to cut an avocado to avoid getting seriously hurt. Our morning medical report reveals why doctors warn improper cutting techniques could lead to permanent damage.
Coming up in the Blitz, the bats were loud at the lumberyard last night. Plus, Jordan Love involved in a little bit of a different camp. That and more next.
After long-standing efforts from Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin, 3 of the 4 biggest pharmaceutical companies say they're going to start capping the prices of their inhalers.
They used to charge families like ours $600 a month for an inhaler, even though they cost less than $5 to make. So Tammy Baldwin fought the drug companies and she won. Now Hadley's inhaler costs $35 and we're breathing easier.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message. I don't work for the drug companies. I work for you.
Our founders at Home Furniture celebrate 50 years in business. Register in-store at homefurniture.com and enter to win over $1 million in furniture and mattress giveaways. There'll be winners in every location. One lucky winner gets a $10,000 furniture grand prize during our 50th anniversary sale. Shop today and get up to 15% off sale prices, plus no interest for 5 years on qualifying brand name mattresses. Celebrate 50 years of the best selection and value in the Midwest. That's why there's no place like home.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger. You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack! It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Hey, golfers! We're adding a little Yuletide cheer to the fairway at Drugan's Castle Mound with our Christmas in July gift certificate sale. For the month of July, purchase a certificate with a $60 value for only $50. Visit us online at Drugans.com or call 526-4144 to add some swings to your summer stocking.
At Drugans Country Club, yes,
The Republican National Convention comes to Milwaukee. News 8 Now will take you there live all this week as Wisconsin takes center stage. Expect more from your campaign 2024 coverage and join us on air, in your hand, and online all this week.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, Northwoods League teams were hoping to finish up the week strong before their All-Star break starting next Monday. Loggers back at the Lumberyard hosting Duluth. Top of the second, lacrosse up 3-1 until Josh Duarte hits a high chopper to short. Duarte is busting it down the line, causing a rush throw. It gets away, so the Huskies score 2 and tie things up. In the third, the visitors jump in front courtesy of a shot by Ethan Cole. That one has enough on it to clear the wall. Fans treated to lots of runs early in this one. Same inning then Cardell Thibodeau coming up next, and he is going to rope one through for a base knock to increase the Duluth lead. Lacrosse would answer, though, in their half. Zach Wattis at the dish, and check out that swing. That is a work of art, ladies and gentlemen. A solo shot by the big lefty makes it a 2-run lacrosse deficit. PA announcer said that one went .399, and I do believe it. Then Cannon Sundgren sends one towards the shortstop, and that throw is going to be off the mark as well. JT Kelnick scores easily. The scoring slowed down quite a bit as this one went on, but in the end, this one went to extras, and a sacrifice fly won it for the Loggers, 8-7, the final. Some offseason roster news for the Milwaukee Bucks reported yesterday. Milwaukee and free agent guard Gary Trent Jr. agreeing to a 1-year deal. His agents told Adrian Wojnarowski. With not much cap space for moves, this definitely looks like the most impactful that GM John Horst has constructed this summer, as Trent Jr. averaged a touch under 14 points per game last year while shooting 39% from 3. A fantastic floor spacing option. He reunites with his former Portland Trailblazer teammate Damian Lillard and hopes of bringing a championship back to Milwaukee. And we're getting closer and closer to football season. Packers training camp begins next Monday, but Jordan Love was involved in a bit of a different camp. Love hosting a youth football camp in Milwaukee yesterday. His first time putting on one in the Badger State. It was a day of smiles at the camp where Love could forget about the contract talks for the moment until reporters asked about it once the camp did conclude. He shut down any talks of a potential new deal and wanted to focus on why he was there, which was the kids. Love mentioned how he grew up going to camp, so it was a special feeling being able to give back and help create some memories for those that were there. Great stuff from Jordan. That'll do it for the Blitz. See you tonight.
Save big Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. All natural chicken breasts, just $3.88. Driscoll strawberries, just $2.44 a pound when you buy a 2-pound pack. And Hy-Vee yogurt, 3 for just $1. Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done.
I'm proud to be an American.
Improving your home, improving your life with new windows. If you are tired of old windows that don't open or close properly, that are drafty and cold, that are rotting and falling apart, your life can be better. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and peace of mind with new windows. Feel good when your home looks great inside and out. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store, 524 Copeland, La Crosse.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get 0% financing for 36 months plus $0 first payment plus no payments for 90 days on a 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality pet supplies because we get you. Right now, during our summer pet care sale, shop unbeatable deals on your pet's favorite food and supplies to keep them happy and healthy. Like a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina dog or cat food, litter, and treats. Blaine's brand Easy Scoop cat litter, 4 for $24. And stay cool with a 20-inch box fan, $22.99, just $19.99 for rewards members.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Now is the perfect time to save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find store-wide sale prices and we'll pay the sales tax. Drury's makes it easier than ever to furnish your home with top-quality name-brand furniture. And right now, you'll save with store-wide sale prices and we'll even pay your sales tax. Don't miss this incredible offer. Store-wide sale prices and we pay the sales tax. It's only happening for a short time at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Save big Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Lay's, Kettle Cooked, Rolled Gold, or Munchies, $1.99 each when you buy 2. Jack's Pizza, $2.98. And buy 2, get 1 free on Coke or Topo Chico Sabores. Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your morning medical news, the USDA and FTC have issued warnings to 5 companies that produce Delta-8 THC edibles. Regulators are concerned about potential impurities being formed during the process used to synthesize the products, as well as the design of the packaging, because it looks so similar to popular foods like Fruit Loops and Chips Ahoy. The FDA says consumers could easily confuse these products for the traditional foods, leading to accidental ingestion or overconsumption, particularly for children. Preparing fresh summer snacks can be dangerous. As CBS's Christian Benavides reports, injuries while cutting certain fruits are so common there's a name for it: avocado hand.
At Mango's Tropical Cafe in South Beach, fresh guacamole is always on the menu.
We do guacamole every single day.
Executive Chef Gino Landa says the restaurant goes through more than 300 avocados a day. Landa knows his way around the fruit, but that wasn't always the case. They've been the source of hand injuries.
When I started working in the kitchen, yes. When I was a line cook, but it's about experience.
A 2020 Emory University study found over a 4-year period, more than 27,000 U.S. emergency room visits were attributed to an injury while opening an avocado, most of those happening on weekends between April and July. Doctors call it avocado hand.
Flexor tendon injuries and digital nerve injuries sound like not too bad injuries, but they're devastating injuries, mainly because the flexor tendons and the digital nerves take a long time to heal. You're talking 3 to 6 months to recover.
Hand surgeon Dr. Roberto Mickey says in some cases there's permanent nerve damage. How does it happen?
They're holding usually the fruit or the avocado in their hand.
While it's tempting to hold the avocado in your hand, even the professionals do it,
Doctors say the best way to avoid an injury is to place the avocado on a cutting board and running the knife through, like this.
Dr. Mackey says if you do cut yourself, seek treatment if you can't control the bleeding or the finger is numb.
You really need to get in as quickly or as urgently as possible.
Whichever way you slice it, make sure the avocado is ripe, and patience is key. Doctors say most injuries happen when you're in a hurry.
I almost got avocado hands myself yesterday, as you can see here. Doctors say mangoes and watermelons can also be a source of hand injuries. This weekend, Logan High School will be the center of a celebration of diversity and inclusivity as it hosts the annual Disability Pride Fest. The event, organized by the Disability Action Network, aims to bring together people from all walks of life and abilities. The event will take place this Saturday at Logan High, featuring all-inclusive sports, art activities, food vendors, and more.
We can bring together individuals, no matter what their differing abilities may be. So it's showing the world that we can do anything we set our minds to it.
The Chippewa Valley Hooligans Power Wheelchair Soccer Team will do a demo at the event, and Senator Brad Pfaff and Representative Jill Billings are also set to attend. Winona is working to create a more welcoming and diverse community. Yesterday, Engage Winona hosted an event to combat discrimination, a part of the weekly conversation series Winona Together. Yesterday's event focused on race. Tables were set up for people to ask questions and get an understanding of people's different life experiences.
If you are white and you've never really interacted with a person of color, or if you're a person of color and have never interacted with a white person, you're obviously going to have certain ideas and feelings and attitudes and whatever beliefs, but this is a time, what ROAR likes to do is to try to bring people together so they can put all of that out on the table and really have good conversations.
Engage Winona will have events all summer to bring the community together. The next event will be July 23rd to talk about mental health. U.S. News and World Reports is recognizing UW Health and Mayo Clinic on its annual list of best hospitals. The list names UW Health the top state hospital for the 13th year running. Mayo Clinic Eau Claire location was recognized as a top regional hospital. The report ranked it number 1 in northwestern Wisconsin and number 4 in the state. The list rates Mayo Eau Claire as high performing in several different fields, including congestive heart failure, diabetes, and other treatment areas.
The thing about Mayo Clinic is we're not just a collection of hospitals. We're 80,000 people that work in many different hospitals, but we share the same goals of providing the best care on the planet. And so we all share the primary value of the needs of the patient comes first.
And the list doesn't leave Mayo La Crosse out. The hospital is rated as high performing in congestive heart failure and pneumonia. Time now is 6:36. Here's News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
All right, spreading some other good word here. We've got some conditions that are pretty nice. Despite the patchy to dense fog out there right now down to the south, we have cool and dry conditions all the way through Friday, so very comfortable indeed with 70s, and then maybe some low 80s will sneak in. Then the weekend, we have the rainfall that's going to return, starting out with showers, then storms on Sunday, and the possibility of that carrying over into next week as well. There's a look at your fog right now. That is dense fog down by Boscobel. Sparta holding on to patchy fog, a little bit of that also carrying over into the eastern portion of La Crosse. Take a look today to Friday night. We're looking at seasonably cooler conditions, mostly sunny skies today. We'll also be getting into the highs. That'll be about 10 below mid-July averages, so very comfortable for you today. Then that will carry over into the evening as well. All right, that being said, let's take a quick peek at how this all plays out. The radar is going to show you over the last few hours, not much going on. You just see that little blip going on, possibly over to areas by Green Bay. A little bit closer, you can see that getting out of the way. And as we go into the current temperatures, you're in the 50s and the 60s. You're picking up very nice conditions for yourself, and we'll see the current dew points holding on to 50s widespread, where it's very comfortable indeed for you. So get out and enjoy it if you can.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Madison is turning 8 years old today. She loves to play soccer and baseball.
And Wyatt is also turning 8. He loves to ride horses, go hunting, and participate in barrel races.
All right, how about Dora? She is turning 88 years old today. She loved to inspire young minds during her 33-year-long teaching career at West Salem Schools.
Happy birthday. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
Yeah, that's right. Just upload their photo photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
From battlefield to exam room, Toma VA's latest innovation addresses the unique needs of women veterans. Learn about what services that could change lives coming up.
Listen to Senator Tammy Baldwin.
What is your view of the Biden presidency?
It is one of the most successful administrations in generations.
Most successful in generations? Inflation is sky high. Our border is wide open. Drugs flood our streets. The world is in chaos.
One of the most successful administrations in generations.
If this is success, we're in big trouble.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The La Crosse Area Farmers Market Association is holding the Cameron Park Farmers Market every Friday through October. Connect with friends and neighbors over fresh, local, sustainably grown, and harvested food. Catch Moon Tunes Thursdays at 5:30 at Riverside Park. Enjoy a wide variety of music during this family-friendly summer concert series.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You can even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Well, good morning to you. We're looking at patchy to dense fog out there already. In fact, you'll see down by Boscoville 0 miles of visibility, also picking up 8 miles by Sparta. Everybody else is doing pretty good so far. Maybe a little patchy fog for you here and there as you go all the way up to the north and then back down to the central zone as well. All right, so that being said, take a look at your current conditions right now. Very comfortable indeed, and we're going to see this for the next couple of days here. We're in the widespread 50s with the low 60s intermixed with that. And once we get into the weekend, you'll see rainfall possibly coming back. So I'm going to take this over the next 7 days here. You're seeing for tomorrow, not much doing in the way of rainfall, right? Then we go into Friday. Friday's showing mostly dry conditions, so we get into the overnight hours, and you see rainfall start to sneak in a little bit closer to the north. It's going to be just around, say, about 9 o'clock when that starts to slide right on in. So it's going to be a nice-looking day for Saturday, despite having some showers moving into the forecast. Then by Sunday, you're looking at maybe rain and storm possibilities moving in widespread for us. We'll pick that up going into the 9 o'clock hour for you, going into the evening, and then, of course, for Monday, you're seeing more of that in the afternoon. Widespread showers and storm activity with a nice little train of rainfall working right through the area. All right, that being said, we take a look at Monday in the nighttime. Still in some storm activity, mostly to the west, and then extending out to drier conditions. Maybe a touch coming back later on for Tuesday with storm activity, about a 40% chance, not only for Tuesday, but for Wednesday as well. We'll finish out by the 3 o'clock hour and then kind of dry it out a little bit down to the south. You see a little bit of rainfall. What we're expecting out of this, all the way up to 100,000 of an inch, possibly up to at least maybe a quarter of an inch, maybe a half an inch or so, barely, if we can get all that in there. All right, that being said, take a look at your zone temperatures today. You notice not much anything in the way of rainfall associated with that. You take a look here, pretty nice temperatures in the 70s, very comfortable indeed. Limited amounts of humidity, not even working into the forecasting. We're near us today. In fact, you'll see all those 70s working in, and it's so comfortable. Take a look here as we go widespread into the 70s today, and then we'll see middle 70s today, upper 70s tomorrow, mostly sunshine all the way into Friday, carrying over into Saturday and Sunday, where you're seeing conditions to be a little bit better for Saturday. And then on Sunday, more rainfall and storm activity starts to sneak in. We're seeing those low 80s return into your forecast.
All right, Art, thank you. The Tomah VA Medical Center is set to unveil its new Women's Health Center later this month, marking a significant step forward in providing specialized care for women veterans. We're joined this morning by Dr. Jacqueline Parkell to tell us more. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. So what specific healthcare challenges do women veterans face, and then how will this new center help that?
Yeah, so veterans in general have unique healthcare challenges compared to the general public. And so focusing on that, especially as transitioning service members into the civilian sector, they may have specific mental health challenges or other healthcare challenges that we need to address. And men certainly have different healthcare challenges than women, so this center is very important to address the needs of the women.
Yeah, that's great.
Can you elaborate on the services for the center?
Sure, gynecology consultation, we're going to have maternity care coordination. We'll also have peer support specialists who will help them navigate the system, wonderful mental health support, and then in addition to that, health coaching.
Okay, cool. So what can we expect from health coaching?
Health coaching is a great way for women to come in and really be able to access the resources that we have available, but we focus on mind, body, and spirit, so a holistic, integrative approach for them.
Okay, great. We know there are a lot of resources, but sometimes knowing about those resources is a hurdle, so that's great. And so there's an open house coming up. What can you tell us about that?
So that's on July 30th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to have a ribbon cutting, tours of the facility, and we really want the public to be there so that we can answer their questions, but also get some information from them on what they would like to see in the center.
Okay, great. And so that's open to the public, free to attend?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then is this facility open now, or will it be open after that?
We actually saw our first patients on June 5th, so we are up and running, so, you know, working out all the kinks, and yeah, we're looking forward to the grand opening.
Okay, great.
May I ask, as far as the peer services are concerned, are they folks that already have experienced the same situation or a similar situation, or are they just someone for support?
That's a great question, and this is really important. These are veterans themselves that have had their own health challenges, and so they are there to guide and deliver the resources to the veterans, and it's a wonderful service that we offer.
Yeah, that's great. And then we know, healthcare is so needed in our area, especially after seeing some of those closures. So good to have this resource.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, we continue team coverage from the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Tony got to enjoy some local staples like beer and brats and talk to voters about how they are feeling about the presidential candidates. He'll also go one-on-one with former president's son, Eric Trump. Plus, I visited my old team, the Detroit Lions, to talk to rising receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown about how his family has helped him excel in the game. And five-time Olympic gold medalist, she is a swimmer, Missy Franklin Johnson, joins us, and she is going to cover the Olympics this year instead of being an athlete, and we'll talk to her about Team USA's chances at the Paris Games. We will have everything you need to know, and of course, more on the show. We'll see you at 7.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines of unlimited data for just $90. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk. Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality pet supplies because we get you. Right now, during our summer pet care sale, shop unbeatable deals on your pet's favorite food and supplies to keep them happy and healthy. Like a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you buy select bags of Hill's Science Diet dog food. Assorted Blaine's Naturals, grain-free, and specialty dog food as low as $34.99. Also, make backyard projects a breeze with this Simpson pressure washer, $50 off.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Now is the perfect time to save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find store-wide sale prices and we'll pay the sales tax. Drury's makes it easier than ever to furnish your home with top-quality name-brand furniture. And right now, you'll save with store-wide sale prices and we'll even pay your sales tax. Don't miss this incredible offer. Store-wide sale prices and we pay the sales tax. It's only happening for a short time at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Trius app today.
Wisconsin is a battleground state, and as election year heats up, you can expect more from News 8. All this week, we will be live at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Stay with us on air, in your hand, or online for fair coverage of Wisconsin politics.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it. By telling the heartwarming stories with the same consistency and dedication as the difficult ones. And being there when needed, all day, every day. We work hard for this trust, not just because we love what we do, but because we, like you, expect more. We are News 8 Now.
Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. We're learning more about a fatal officer-involved shooting near the RNC security perimeter. A warning that some viewers may find this footage disturbing. New body cam and surveillance video. Here it is. It shows officers opening fire on a suspect after repeated commands to drop his weapon. Milwaukee police say officers assisting with RNC security observed a man armed with 2 knives in an altercation just after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. After he refused to drop the knives, 5 Columbus police officers deployed to assist with RNC security fatally shot the suspect. Officials say there's no evidence linking this incident to the RNC or Saturday's attempted assassination of Trump. A Chippewa County jail inmate has died following an incident earlier this month. The sheriff's office reports an outside agency is now investigating after 41-year-old Shauna Lone Dahmer was found unresponsive in her cell just 2 days after being detained. Jail staff performed life-saving measures and she was rushed to a local hospital. According to a GoFundMe page, she died unexpectedly on July 10th. Sheriff's office has not confirmed if her death is directly related to the July 4th incident. Day 2 of the Republican National Convention wrapped up in Milwaukee yesterday with many prominent Trump supporters and former critics taking the stage. The theme for the day was focused on safety, with some speakers pushing for tougher anti-crime and immigration laws. Among some of the prominent speakers were former primary rivals, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
Donald Trump has been demonized. He's been sued, he's been prosecuted, and he nearly lost his life. We cannot let him down, and we cannot let America down.
Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance is expected to speak today. Also new this morning, Democratic candidates for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District met in Eau Claire last night for a primary forum. Hopefuls Rebecca Cook, Eric Wilson, and Katrina Shanklin voiced their opinions on a range of topics, including education, climate change, and gun control. But of all the topics discussed, healthcare seemed to take center stage. It's an important subject to many in the Chippewa Valley. The forum comes just months after 2 area hospitals permanently closed.
It's making sure that people don't have to just struggle through life. They shouldn't have to worry about, can they afford to go to the doctor? And as we saw here in Eau Claire, 2 hospitals and 19 clinics closed, and the impact is people die.
3rd District voters head to the polls August 13th for the Democratic primary. The winner of that contest will face Republican incumbent Derek Van Orden in the November election. U.S. News & World Report is recognizing UW Health and Mayo Clinic on its annual list of best hospitals. The list names UW Health the top state hospital for the 13th year. Mayo Clinic's Eau Claire location recognized as a top regional hospital. The report ranked it number 1 in northwestern Wisconsin and number 4 in the state. The list rates Mayo Eau Claire as high performing in several areas, including congestive heart failure and diabetes.
The thing about Mayo Clinic is we're not just a collection of hospitals. We're 80,000 people that work in many different hospitals, but we share the same goals of providing the best care on the planet. And so we all share the primary value of the needs of the patient comes first.
And the list doesn't leave out Mayo Clinic in La Crosse. That hospital rated as high performing in congestive heart failure and pneumonia.
Gorgeous weather happening for us over the next few days. You're going to start off with 70s widespread today. We'll keep it in the 70s for tomorrow as well. Looking pretty nice for you. How about this, though? We'll carry over into the weekend, and we may see some 80s roll in and the possibility of showers on Saturday. Sunday, storms arrive. We'll pick up more storms potentially as we get into Monday night into Tuesday and Wednesday.
The unofficial doggy delegate at the RNC is purebred English lab owned by Terrence Wall, a delegate from Middleton, Wisconsin, has become a sensation on the convention floor. Lambo is one of only 2 service dogs allowed in the main arena. He's made an appearance on the giant screen at Pfizer Forum. Known for his intelligence and friendly demeanor, Lambo has been charming politicians and attendees alike. His owner jokes Lambo sets an example of how politicians should behave: smart, approachable, and always ready to shake hands or pause. He's got a great name too, huh?
Yeah. Right.
Representing Wisconsin. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now this morning. We'll see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.